What's going on, Canfield Nation? Richie Juliano back with another Coach's Profile here from Cocca's Pizza in Canfield, Ohio, and that is who our sponsor is today. We'd like to thank Steve Cocca and his entire organization for sponsoring these Coach's Profiles, and we are here with the head ball coach for football and the Canfield Cardinals and head coach Mike Pavlansky. Coach, thanks for coming out again another week.
Always great to be here on a Wednesday night with you, Richie.
Yeah, and it's obviously a lot sweeter after that victory on Friday against New Philadelphia, 35-0. You take care of the Quakers quite easily. I asked Oliver this in our player profile. Were there any challenges with that long bus trip? I mean, that was a long ride down there. That's an hour and a half to get down.
Hour and a half, hour, 40 minutes. There's always challenges, going on a long road trip, and I thought our guys handled them very well. Came out ready to play, and good things happen. There's a lot of things as a coach you concern yourself with a long trip, and none of those concerns came true Friday night, which we were excited about.
Now I want to talk about your defense. Right from the jump, they made some big plays. I believe it was 5 or 6 3-and-outs the entire ball game. Touch on your defense and what you saw from them.
I thought our defensive coaches, number one, had a great game plan because they had some dangerous weapons. And secondly, our players executed and really bought into what we asked them to do. And the checks that linebackers Toby Smith and Michael Crawford were making out there, our secondary with Drew Carosi and Brock Lowry making checks. And then, the one thing that I thought really took them out of a passing game is they had a receiver that they threw to 56% of the time. And our guys went out and jammed them a little bit off the line and kind of caused them some problems. And, that leads to 3-and-outs. And, thank goodness our offense was able to turn around and score some points.
Yeah, your offense did indeed score some points there, especially in the second half. And I think that was due to the large percentage of field percentage you guys had. I mean, you started inside the 50 of New Philly, I think. 5 out of your 8 or 9 drives.
Right, absolutely. And, I think that's all 3 phases, Richie. It's the defense playing extremely well. Special teams punt return, causing some bad punts. We almost blocked a couple. We came very close, and, that gave our offense a short porch. Yeah. And our offense didn't turn it over, and we're able to drive and score some points there in the second quarter, especially, and going to halftime with a pretty comfortable 21-0 lead.
Now that was a big team win for your football team. There wasn't one individual who carried the load on Friday night. Right. How nice is it to see that complete game from a team perspective?
It was very nice. There's no doubt, and we thought we took a big jump from week 3 to week 4. And we're excited about the progress of our guys and, where we're headed into this week, facing a really, really talented Chaney team.
And now we talked to Oliver Kovas, as we mentioned on the top of the broadcast here, and we'd like to highlight all of your senior players week in and week out. Oliver's been such a special player to this program on both sides of the football, and I asked him what the biggest challenge was going against their number one receiver week in and week out, and he just credited you and the entire staff for the preparation you guys put forth on a weekly basis during practice. What have really impressed you about Oliver this season?
His willingness to take on a challenge, whether it be offensively playing 2 ways as our number one receiver or defensive back, as you said, covering the opponent's number one receiver and not backing down from that challenge. And, Oliver's a 3-year letter winner for us and a tremendous example of what we want in a Canfield football player. And, he studies film. There's a lot more than just showing up at practice, from studying the film to taking care of your body to lifting weights to being a multiple sport kid. Oliver was a long jump kid last year, finished, went down to the state Division I long jump and, finished, I think, about 11th or 12th down there, if I recall correctly. And, being that multiple sport athlete, we just trust him a lot back there.
Going back to the New Philly game one more time, you got your backups on the field once again for the second time this season. How nice is it to see those guys get a lot of playing time? They almost played the whole fourth quarter.
Right. I think they did play the whole fourth quarter, to be honest with you. And it's great that anytime you can get a lead that we got and then reward kids that come to practice and practice hard and, buy into what we're doing to get them on the field for a few snaps. And, I thought our kids played with great effort. Certainly New Philadelphia ran the ball a little bit, but our guys didn't back down, caused a fumble. And, senior Connor Julian recovered it and kept them out of the end zone and kept that shutout intact.
Now let's look ahead. You guys play the Cheney Cowboys this Friday at home. This is a team that gave you a little bit of trouble last season. And, obviously they lose their starting quarterback, which is very unfortunate, but they still got some skill players on the defensive line, two great defensive ends. What are you looking forward to in this game against Chaney? And, what can the fans really expect from the Cowboys?
It's going to be a heck of a game at Bob Dove Field. Richie, these guys are talented. They're well coached. Chris Emil and his staff do a tremendous job. And, they are very, very good. Offensively, a wideout can run by you and catch a pass for a touchdown. The backs can run by you. The quarterback is a freshman. He's really talented. Their speed and athleticism is a major concern for us. And then, conversely, you turn around, you look at their defensive line, and, Clive Wilson's going to Boston College, and, J.R. Tellington, 6'1", 245. And, the only reason he's not going to a big Power 5 school right now is he's 6'1".
Yeah.
He is a football player to the core. And, two guys inside, number 21 and number 58, plug holes and allow their linebackers to run. And, we have a tremendous challenge in front of us and have got to be ready to play mentally and physically Friday night.
Now, before we let you go, what are your keys to the game on Friday against Chaney?
I think the first key is handle their speed, both offensively and defensively. If we can't handle speed and we don't stop the big play on offense and we allow their speed to dictate what we can do from an offensive standpoint, we're going to be in a world of trouble. That's the biggest key. The second thing then is obviously keep their offense on the sideline. We've got to be able to win the battle of time possession, win the battle of turnovers, keep their offense on the sideline, and, like we did in the second half last year, and, go down and score some points.
Coach, the best of luck on Friday. We appreciate you coming out. You can watch head coach and Mike Pavlansky and his Canfield football team on Friday night against the Cheney Cowboys here on ysnlive.com. This has been another Coach's Profile brought to you by Cocca's Pizza here in Canfield.